Welcome, FLS students, to Arts and Crafts with Deborah. Today, we will be making ladybugs out of rocks. So look into your box and pull out packet number 3. It should just be a baggie like this one with your rock inside. You will also need to pull out your paint brushes, and you should have a box that looks like this or one that is square that has your paint in it. So I will wait a moment while you go get those items together. Also, whoever your helpers are, be it your mom, your dad, your foster parent, or your group home worker, whoever the helper is, they can get you a glass of water that's half or less than that of full of water. So I will be waiting for your helper to get you some water and for you to find your paintbrushes and your paint. And while you're looking, I'm going to open my paint box and I am going to pull out my red and my black. Those are the 2 colors we need today to make our ladybugs. Let's get that out of my way. Okay. All right. Hope you've been having a great day. I don't know what day you're going to be watching this, but I do know that today at my house, it is raining outside. So it's one of those stay inside the house kind of rainy days. So I hope you have found some fun things to do inside the house and that you have been good for your helpers today. Okay, so I've got my rock. I've got my paint colors. I've got my water. And I've got my paint brushes. Everybody's paintbrush is going to be a little different because I kind of just divided them up. So I'm going to keep my rock on top of my plastic baggie. And that way, if I get any paint anywhere, it stays on the baggie. Now, some of your helpers might rather get you a big piece of newspaper or a big plastic garbage bag to put your rock on. So whatever works at your house is going to be just fine. So while you are getting organized, I'm going to go ahead, excuse me, I had a little itch, and open my red paint. And I've got a spongy brush, but a regular old paintbrush will work just as well. And I'm going to dip it in my paint. I only need just a little bit, just a little. And I'm going to start putting my red paint onto my rock. Because everybody knows ladybugs are red. So I'm going to make my rock red like a ladybug. So here I am, getting my red paint all on my rock. I'll turn here so I can get some more red on the other side. This is a little messy, so your helpers might want to get you some wipes or maybe even a paper towel. I kind of think I should have got one because I'm getting some red paint on my fingers. But that's okay, my fingers will wash. In fact, in a minute here, I probably will just dip my fingers in my water and wash them off in there. So I'm getting my red paint all on my rock. So as you can see, my rock is getting pretty red like a ladybug. I'm going to just add a little more. I sure like her to be a bright red. There. Okay, I'm going to rinse my fingers off in my water because I've got paint on me. Wash, wash, wash. I'm sure you're still probably painting your rocks anyway, right? Getting them nice and red while I get my fingers nice and washed off. Okay, that's good. Okay, I got my fingers pretty well cleaned up. Shake off the water since I forgot to grab a paper towel. Okay, so I got my little paintbrush in there. Now I'm thinking that you all have at least 2 paintbrushes in yours. So now you're gonna want, let's put my cap back on my red because nobody likes to have a spill and we may want to use red on another project later. So there's my red. So now I'm gonna get out my black paint. And I think I'm going to use this little skinny brush. And I'm going to draw down the middle of my ladybug a straight black line. And she'll start looking more like a ladybug once she has her little black line on her. So I'm going to do one black line kind of right here down the middle of my ladybug. A little more paint. So your line doesn't have to be perfect. Very few things in nature are perfect, so that's fine if your line's a little crooked or a little smeary. It's all good. Okay, let me see if I can get a little bit on the front of my ladybug. Okay, so there, my ladybug has her little black line right down the center of her. And yeah, it's just so hard to make a perfect line on a rock because rocks are not perfect. They're all porous and bumpy and lumpy. So I've got my straight line down the middle of my ladybug. So I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes to get your line on your ladybugs. And, you know, if you weren't finished painting your red, that's fine too. I'll just wait for you. Give my ladybug a little time to dry. My paint's a little wet. I'm going to fan her off a little bit. Maybe blow on her. Try to help her get dry. Okay. Now, if you've got your lines finished, if you're not finished, don't worry. You can just listen to this part. I'm going to go ahead and do my second line. Now, I'm going to put in a second line. I'm not going to do it in the middle like an X. I'm going to do it closer to the top, like you make a little cross. So you make your little cross with your little line that takes up maybe just a little tiny top corner of your rock. See how this is kind of looking a little bit like a cross? Let me get this on here. My paint. Oop. My paint kind of down the side of my ladybug, and then I'll turn her around and you can see how it kind of looks like a cross here. Okay, put this in the paint. So I'm going to kind of hold it up with the baggie because I don't want to get it all painted. Whoop, now it's rolling, rolling, rolling. Okay, can you see how my ladybug kind of looks like a black cross on top of my red ladybug? The small part is we're going to put 2 dots, one on each side for her eyeballs. So I'm going to get my paint, my little brush. And you could use, if you have any extra Q-tips, you could use a small little brush or a Q-tip. And I'm just going to put a little tiny drop of black paint on the end of my brush, just a little. And I'm going to make 2 dots, one on one side of the small part of the cross and one on the other side of the small part of the cross. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see? Can you see that? She's got 2 little eyeballs now on either side. Now here's for the fun part. After you do that, you know, a ladybug's back, where her little wings are, has lots of little dots. So you could put put a whole bunch of little dots on the big part of the cross, which is her back. Let me get some on here. Ladybug's dots are kind of everywhere. Oh, I think my ladybug needs a little more dots back here. There we go. Now she has a lot of dots. All right. Cover up my black paint here. All right. So let me get my ladybug in my hand here. I'm going to get up and go close to the camera because I can tell it's kind of hard to see this ladybug, and I'd like you to be able to see her. So let's see. There. There's my ladybug. She's got her little eyeballs and she's got all her dots on her back. Now, when the little ladybug dries, however long that takes, when she's all dry, you can put her out in the yard, in your garden, or you can put her in a pot of flowers. You can set her anywhere where she can just be so cute for the summertime. If your helpers have some other little rocks that they're willing to let you paint, you can make a whole bunch and have a whole little group of ladybugs outside in your yard or in your little plants. I brought my plant here because I was going to put the ladybug in there, but she's still wet, so maybe she can just sit here next to the plant because ladybugs, they do like plants. All right. Well, that is all for today. So until next time, have a great day. Bye.